What's happening with y'all? Today we're going to turn this simple cauliflower from a side dish to the main entree. We're going to use some soya spice from West Africa. We're also going to use a little bit of Bene spice and green tomatoes from the South. Let's get into it. First, we're going to take the cauliflower. We're just going to make sure that we just trim off the bottom just a little bit. All right, now it's a flat surface to work with. So we're just going to trim off the end just a little bit. We're not going to discard this. We could also use this for like a little dinner side dish, or we can even pickle it, puree it for a steak, whatever way we want to do it. So we're going to probably go like maybe 1.5 inches on this cut. Nothing crazy. If you cut it too thick, it won't cook evenly. If you cut it too thin, it'll fall apart. One more steak for the road. There you have it. You get 3 steaks out of each cauliflower, but we're only interested in 1 today. All right, now that we have our cauliflower steak cooked, we're going to start with the beginning process of it. We have to steam it in our little steamer basket here for about a good 5 to 8 minutes, just until it's tender. All right, y'all, what we're going to do is check the tenderness of the cauliflower. You can use a little cake tester if you have one, or you can use a paring knife. You're just looking for like the consistency of a potato when you check it. If your knife slides out easily, you're good, you're golden. So now let's remove this. We're just gonna put it on this rack to dry. Now we're gonna move on to our cashew black garlic sauce. Okay, for the black garlic cashew cream, you just need a blender. What I have right here is some soaked cashews. Soak them overnight. I'm gonna put some nutritional yeast in there. Also some salt. A little zest from a lemon. And of course, black garlic. Let's do 3. Why not? We're gonna take some of that warm water that we used to steam the cauliflower. Just add a touch of that to it. We need just a touch more water. You can always add more water. You cannot take it out. So take your time. Okay, I'll scrape down the sides and continue to blend. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Now we're gonna add maybe 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Smells incredible. Now to take it a step further, to refine the sauce, we're going to pass it through a fine mesh sieve or a fine mesh strainer, whichever you prefer. Just to get it real nice and smooth. Make sure it's no cashews in it that did not get blended well. Little things like this, how you take simple sauces and you elevate them. You're making sure that they're really, really smooth. And that silky smooth sauce. Now we're going to move on to the Bene twill. Okay, y'all, now it's time to build a Bene seed twill. We're going to start off with some toasted Bene seeds. Now, Bene seeds are kind of like sesame seeds. Some people say it's before sesame seeds. Who knows? I've always found mixed research on it. To the Bene seeds, we're going to add some sugar. We're going to add some flour. We're going to mix the dry ingredients a little bit. We're going to add some melted vegan butter. And we're going to add some aquafaba. This is the liquid off of strained chickpeas. We're going to give it a mix. This is more or less the consistency you're looking for. You may think that it's a little loose, but that's the way it's supposed to be. For it to align sheet pan, we're going to bake it at 325 for about 10 minutes. And don't be concerned about trying to make the twills a perfect size, because we're going to actually break these into shards. So we're just going to spread this out. You don't want to go too thin, but you definitely don't want to go too thick. Okay, I'm gonna go pop this in the oven, and then we're gonna make the suya butter for the steak. All right, y'all, what's the steak without butter? So in this bowl right here, I have a little vegan butter. I have some crushed peanuts. I'm gonna add some suya spice to that. Suya spice is a West African spice. It has a peanut as a backbone of it, but it has a lot of spices in it, a little bit of warmth to it, nothing too overpowering. And to that, we're gonna add some chili flakes, a little bit of brown sugar with just a touch of sweetness. And we're gonna take one garlic clove, little baby one, and we're gonna microplane it into it. And to that, we're gonna get a little salt in there for just a little bit of freshness. We're gonna add just a little bit of parsley. Right in the bowl. Give it a little mix. And that is the compound butter for our steak. All right, here's the moment that you put all the work in for. Hot pan, avocado oil. Season as if it were a real steak, even though it's a cauliflower steak. A little salt, a little pepper on both sides. And to a hot pan it goes. Now we're gonna let this cook just as if it were a steak. We're gonna leave it alone, so no need us touching it. We're gonna flip. Look at that beautiful color now. Nice sear on that. We're just gonna let it cook to the other side browns a little bit more. And we're gonna finish it as we do any steak. We're gonna finish it with some butter, some garlic, a little bit of thyme. Gonna butter baste it. Let's give it a little peek. Okay, like how the other side is looking. We're gonna put a little bit of vegan butter in there. I'll put some aromats in there, a little thyme, some garlic. Really wish you can smell this. Now that we have like basically a minute left, we're gonna go ahead on and kick some of that suya butter in there and really give it some flavor. Be careful not to add the suya butter too early because you don't want to burn any of the spices that are in the butter. Okay, let's carefully remove it from the pan. Okay, while we have the cauliflower steak on the pan, we're gonna just take some additional suya spice and just sprinkle right on top of it. Don't go too crazy because you also have that suya butter. You're just reinforcing the flavor here. I'm gonna take some of that black garlic cashew puree. Gonna place our steak right on there. We're gonna take some of that butter that's left in the pan. And we're just gonna go around it. Now we have some pickled green tomatoes from the summertime. We're gonna place those through here. We're gonna take some of that Bene seed twill that we made. We're just gonna place some on there. There you have it, suya spice cauliflower steak, black garlic and cashew cream with a Bene seed twill and pickled green tomatoes. Give it a try, y'all. Simple, good food.